just give me a second to just like float, because that's just all I want to do in this dress. It's white. It's so hard to try and squeeze this on over makeup without getting it dirty, and then they throw this zinger in. This is hugging. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana and today's video is a very exciting spring Zara haul, and I've been waiting for the longest to actually film this video, so I can't wait to see if things actually work for me, because me and Zara don't have the best history with sizing, because I swear they just cater to slightly taller girls. I've never seen petite items in their collections, but look, some of the stuff they have in store right now is so exciting that I just literally can't wait to dig in to these clothes and see if they work. So let's just start trying some things on. Okay lads, so we're off to a rocky start. Let's just start with the high points of this item. It's a pretty sage green silky blouse, and it's got a really nice neckline and a keyhole effect, which I think just adds a bit of interest and dimension to the top, and generally just how it fits and sits. But we have this nightmare going on at the back, and it's those horrendous loopy buttons, the fabric loop with the fabric button that you have to hook over the top. I cannot for love nor money get them on. Like, I fought tooth and nail just to like get this top on, and it's just not worth the trouble, because I've learned from the last haul that no matter how pretty an item is, if it's giving you problems when you first try it on, just send it back, because once the excitement of the newness wears off, you're just stuck with this item in your wardrobe that you're dreading to get out for whatever reason. So I think this one's gotta go back. So I don't know whether I'm just having the worst luck or whether something is going on with Zara's getting things on department, but like, this is so awkward. Look at it, like the zip doesn't go all the way up to the top, so I couldn't fully open it, and getting this over my head was such a nightmare. It's white. It's so hard to try and squeeze this on over makeup without getting it dirty, and then they throw this zinger in. Ah! Now that I've got this on, I can appreciate how pretty this top is. It's white, so of course that's an easy win for me, and it's got this very big frill that somehow manages to make me feel very delicate, very feminine, and very pretty, and whilst being wow at the same time. It also just curves the body really nicely. It almost has like a nice corset effect. So I'm loving the vibes with this top. Even though we've established that this is a really pretty top, the main issue is I actually got this because I've spent so long building this classic, easy to grab day-to-day wardrobe that some of the pieces that are in there just don't excite me when I'm getting dressed daily, and I wanted to throw some more interesting pieces in there. And the problem is, I think this has just gone too far the other way, because I know I probably sound crazy suggesting this as a day-to-day top, because it is definitely more of an occasion piece, and I don't necessarily mean that it's a bad item. I just don't think it's fit for purpose, and I'm being really strict with myself. I didn't get it for an occasion, I got it for day-to-day. It doesn't work for that, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is this? Ah! Okay, I'm excited about how it looks, but more than anything, I'm excited about how it fits. This is hugging. I had zero hope for this skirt because I've just never had any luck, and I know I'm probably looking a little bit too excited because yeah, this skirt comes out basically almost every year in slightly different variations in Zara, but this is the first time that I've been brave enough to order it, and I'm really glad that I did, because yes. And at the back it has this nice ruching detail. I'm really not sure if I'm sitting this skirt in the right place, but screw it, it works. So yes, this is an absolute win. Moving on to the next item, and we've got this top that I'm really not sure how I feel about, so I'm just gonna, I guess, sound out some thoughts just to see how I really feel. And the positives are that this color I really love. I was looking for a silky top in this specific color, and as soon as I saw it, I clicked buy. So in that regard, it works. The sleeves, of course, sit really well. The overall look of it is really nice, and I don't really think I'm gonna have any trouble pairing it with any other items. It's already worked with this, which, funny enough, this is how they styled it on the website, and I hadn't realized until I bought both items. But yeah, this also works, and I'm pretty sure I can throw it on with anything else in my wardrobe. The only things I don't love, or the only thing I don't love, is this cutout detail. I just think it's going to take away from how often I'm going to want to grab it, just because it just feels a bit too, not unique, but it just makes it less like wearable on a regular basis, I guess, for me. And that's just really annoying because actually everything else about it, including the neckline, the overall fit, the color, the styling, is really up my alley. And the only thing that's going to make me send this bag is I just want to adore every single item that comes into my wardrobe, and I just don't feel like this is making me fall in love. So maybe pile. Ooh, another item for the wardrobe, and my excitement, of course, as you can tell with what is probably a running theme now, is all around the fit. I'm very excited about how nicely these hug my waist and just the overall look of them, because I really am trying to branch out of like the same typical trousers that I always buy in. Whilst I know these aren't that crazy and flamboyant, I really struggle with a culotte. I never find a nice one, and these are a yes for sure. The material isn't what I expected. I didn't actually check it online, but I didn't expect it to be this almost somewhere between jeans and corduroy kind of fit. But I'm gonna style it slightly differently just so maybe we can see how else that this fits on the waist. So I've gone back to the top I was wearing at the beginning of the video just so that the trousers can really speak for themselves. And I also wanted to check that the other top wasn't just filling some space and that actually they fit as well as they look like they do. And the answer is yes, they absolutely do. So girls, if I was going to recommend anything from this haul, I would definitely recommend these. Now onto an item that I was actually very excited to get in this order, and it's this trench coat. It was definitely one of the pricier items, if not the priciest, from memory, and honestly overall I like it. I have other trench coats, but I don't have any in this slightly greenier colour, so I'm not sure if it's coming up on camera, but it's not beige, it's not camel, it's that slightly light, almost sage greeny colour, and it fits quite well. It has some nice details. Something that my other trench coats don't have is this kind of flap over back. Just overall I think it's a nice coat. My only point of contention with it is the fact that I don't know that I love it enough to spend £90 on it, because actually the quality of it is, it doesn't actually feel that thick, and I don't really need it to be super warm. It is a springtime item that I'm more than happy to layer, but I think I'm just more disappointed that I didn't feel it and immediately feel like I'd nearly spent like £100. I just don't think that this one is different enough for me to want to spend a significant amount of money more on it, and there is no harm in having two items that are just slightly different, but this feels a little bit unreasonable, so I'm probably gonna return this one as well. But honestly, if I didn't already have the other one, I would have 100% kept it because it's really nice. So for those slightly warmer spring days, or very hot ones actually, I picked up these shorts, and I'm really glad that I did, because first and foremost, the fit is a yes. I was worried when I first put them on because they aren't perfect, if I'm going to be honest, and I'm not really sure if the camera is picking this up, but they just come up like a bit square around the waistline, but you really can't tell. And I do think I'm being very pedantic, because actually the way that they sit as they go down the legs is perfect. They're not too like out there making you look kind of weird and square, and they're not too tight so that you're walking around really uncomfortable about showing too much. They have this really nice broderie detail at the bottom, and it kind of runs up the shorts as well, and they're giving me Zimmermann vibes, I think. But even if they didn't, genuinely this is just like a simple win that I'm really excited to add to my wardrobe for this spring. Guys, are you not getting all the spring summer vibes with this top and this outfit all together? It's just so nice. And I know we were off to a rocky start with tops at the beginning of this, but this is just an absolute yes. It of course is working with this outfit, but I also think that it's one of those things that's going to be super easy to throw on and versatile, and it achieves what I was trying to achieve with the first white top, which is being interesting enough that I'm excited to grab it when I do wear it on a regular basis, but not too out there that it's like a one-off occasion piece. It's just so fun and floaty. If I turn around, the fun just continues. This is one that I'm actually very excited to add to my collection, and it's a no-brainer. I'm keeping it. Yes to this dress. How in love with this are you guys? Because I'm like 10 out of 10 in love. And I know you're gonna get so tired of me saying this, but I am so surprised at how well this fits, which is making me sound crazy because I don't know what Zara I've been shopping at that's just giving me so many sizing nightmares, but everything has been so good. Can we just take a second to appreciate that this is the perfect maxi dress length? It's not too long, it just falls at the perfect place at my ankles, and the sleeves are perfect. Just give me a second to just like float, because that's just all I want to do in this dress. I'm certainly not normally a colour person, as we will all know by now, but I feel so comfortable and I will not have any trouble wearing this out, pretty much because it's a dress that speaks for itself and you really don't have to do much in terms of pairing items with it. It's versatile, you can definitely dress it up and dress it down, and I don't know, I just don't feel like, even with the crazy patch print style, that it's too out there to wear on a daily basis or to kind of just throw on. So in every way this dress is just perfect. I don't know what else to say, because this is just such a win. And of course it doesn't sit super tight around the waist, as you can see, but look, it's not everyday snatched, so what a win. So next up we have this slightly grey stony coloured linen shirt, and I really don't have a lot to say about this one because this one was more a necessity than a trying something new piece, because it's basically a staple basic, and I got this for the office mainly just because I needed more breathable tops that I'm going to be wearing around the spring and summer seasons. I'm just tucking it in so that we can do it a little bit more justice, because I wouldn't wear it just out. It is quite oversized and quite baggy, but I really don't mind because of how I plan to style it anyway. I wasn't really trying anything new. I knew exactly what I was signing up for, and it works, because the only thing I was worried about was of course the fit, which you can never predict when looking at something on the website, but I'm very happy with this and it's definitely being added to the collection. So you can probably see where I was going with this outfit combination. This is definitely something that I bought for work, and I just wanted a very monochromatic, almost grey look. It doesn't do a lot to brighten up your life, and actually it feels like quite a weirdly depressing outfit. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about, but I still really like it. I think the trousers, which is what we're looking at the moment, generally work quite well with this top. I'm just curious about whether they'll work with absolutely anything else in my wardrobe. So I've basically just gone back to basics with styling this, and I've also added a belt around the waist just to cinch it in ever so slightly more, even though it didn't absolutely need it. I was just thinking that if ever I did want to wear these casually or on a different day, this is how I might style them, and I'm still not really feeling anything for them. I don't think the issue is that they look bad or that they're not a good pair of trousers. I just think that they're really not something I'd be super excited to grab for on a regular basis, and on the odd occasion that I'm feeling that like cool Pinterest girl vibe, I would definitely grab these with my sunnies and whatever, like a pair of trainers. I really don't know, but I just don't think that I love these enough at the moment for my style to add these to my wardrobe. So certainly if this is your style, go for it, because I think that this is a really nice pair of trousers. Just not something I'm excited to add right now. So there's just a few other things that I wanted to show you guys that I got that were more in the accessory department. One that I was really disappointed in, because I gave this one a go, was this belt, and it was just one of those trying something new kind of things, and it's so pretty, but I wanted it as like a high waist belt, and it's just too big, which is really disappointing. I wanted to put this on like my summer dresses just to make them a little bit more fun, but it just really doesn't work. So yeah. Something else that I bought that I was really excited to keep, because as you can tell I've basically already worn these, are these earrings. They are so adorable because even though they're really sizable, they look like tiny wings. And they genuinely just work with so many outfits and make them so much more fun, so I was really excited to add these to the collection. I did buy some other pieces which are coming out painfully whitewashed. Let me just, because this is not working. Maybe I should just keep my lighting like this. But something else that I was excited about and I'm not really sure about, these ones are certainly going back. I just don't know. As soon as I saw them I was like, no. And this I'm not so sure about, because again, you know me, I'm always looking for a way to make my wardrobe a bit more interesting, but not 100% sure this is how fun I want to go, because it could end up looking very cheap very quickly. So still undecided on this one, especially because it was £20 and I'm a bit like, oh, don't know. But yeah, something else just to consider. I also got these leather sandals and oh, I just love them. I love the tan leather color and they're just the perfect heel height. Like you're really just not going to be intimidated to grab these if you feel like wearing these on a more casual day, and they're certainly high enough that you can just wear them to jazz up an outfit. So I'm going to put them on for you in a second in a clip, but I think that these are definitely one of those items that out of this haul I would absolutely say everybody needs to get. And of course they're not super cheap, but they're not crazy expensive for the quality that they actually are. So yes. Another accessory is this bag, which honestly speaks for itself. It's definitely a bit more of a trend piece. Like this type of plushy cushion bag is definitely a thing right now, and this chain detail definitely makes it more of like, I guess, less of a classic piece. But even then, it's a neutral and it's got gold hardware, so how can you say no to that? I've seriously worn this to death already, pretty much with every outfit that I've worn since I've got it, except for work. So I definitely think that this is one that you should get if you are looking for a new bag. Okay, so that's all the pieces that I have for you guys today, and I seriously hope that you got something out of that. But regardless of what you end up doing or not doing as a result of watching this video, enjoy yourself, make the most of it, and I'll see you guys very soon in one of the videos that's already on my channel or in the next one.